good player on the other side in Martina Frantova. So this is going to be something. Let's play pickleball. And the net is in favor of the Gardner.
Everyone likes a little luck early on in a game.
0-0. Point.
So what's the biggest adjustment? You're a tall player. She's a tall player on the female side. What do you got to do?
I think a lot of it is the footwork and the movement. She's coming from a tennis court. She's still new to this game. You know, she truly only started playing pickleball January 1st.
Yes.
So she doesn't have a lot of points or matches under her belt, but she's getting better week in, week out. Her movement around the court is getting better. She's getting more comfortable. I think we saw her very first tournament or two. She looked uncomfortable out there, right?
And she was looking for the ball kids to give her the ball back. That uncomfortable.
Right. And to her credit, she got made fun of a little bit. It was a tough week. She's battled back, put a smile on her face, kept working hard. You work with her a little bit in Dallas. And she's turned into a, you know, especially on the singles side, one of the better players.
Good rip there, but Frantova is all over it. Yeah, I mean, just having to switch from tennis and pickleball and back was her challenge. And there you see another Floridian in Frantova. And you got to get used to where your strike zone is.
Totally. And she played tennis the last 2 weeks. She's coming from tennis tournaments. She might not have a ton of pickleball practice under her belt at the moment, but she's a good enough athlete and a good enough player to make these adjustments.
Point.
A little deep on the return there. Frantova is a Slovakian, and as we mentioned, very international, what our sport is now.
It sure is, and I don't have a draw in front of me with player flag, but it definitely seems like it's 80–90% American players right now. I think if we are in Bristol next year at this time, it's going to be more of a 50-50. 50% American, 50% kind of worldwide players.
Frantova played 2 years of college tennis at NC State, not too far from here, and won at Mississippi State, all ACC honors, so the big tennis background. Speaks 3 languages, so if she's a little frustrated, she can let some expletives fly and we won't even know what she's saying.
She sure can. And these two might even know each other from tennis. They're about the same age. They could have played junior tennis together. Maybe they weren't friends or played against each other, but I'm sure their names are familiar with each other.
Yeah, that's the other thing we've seen. Some of the tennis people are like, hey, it's like the Spider-Man meme. Here we are playing against each other in tennis, and then now here we are in the pickle court.
Exactly. It's, hey, I remember you from
5-3.
Whatever junior tournament it was 12 years ago.
Point.
Frantova just missing a little too much early here.
Yeah.
She's got the ball she wants to hit. That was a short forehand. She's looking to hit that and come in. You just got to hone in your target a little bit.
6-3.
That's a good ball from Frantova. Genie needs to take one more step there instead of just reaching.
Exactly. We saw her try to short hop it. She needs to maybe take one step back, work hard with that left leg, get out there, get behind the ball, put it back in play, and live to see another one.
Oh, what a roll from Bouchard, and Frantova forced to play Ben John style there with the lefty. We saw that earlier today. That's a desperation move there, not intentional, obviously.
Sure was, and that was a pickleball shot from Genie.
Nice job from Frantova. Don't just sit back. Follows in a good return.
Three-6.
Oh, pretty.
Very pretty. It's difficult, we said earlier, to take a ball that's hit at you with pace and use touch. It's also difficult to run up full speed and then use touch again. And Genie Bouchard did a good job there of running up on the forehand side, being aggressive with your legs, and then have good touch with your hands on the paddle.
Point.
Frantova stays back and pays the price because Bouchard's game from tennis was just blunt force trauma. Just destroy balls from the baseline.
Yeah, and most of the WTA tennis women, that's what they do. They have good ground strokes. Genie was one of those girls, especially on the backhand side. She dominated from that side of the court. And pickleball, we're seeing it. She's got to do a little more. She's not there. Better to be safe and get the body right.
Okay, so Frantova calls the timeout and hits a much better return. So still has a big deficit here, down 5. Nice, just wide open court, just nice and easy.
Exactly. Don't do too much with that. Even if Bouchard were to get to that, she's not doing anything with it. You should be at the net ready to go.
Slovakia versus Canada here on center court, just coming out of the Olympics. Wow, that serve was very close to the line. Oh, and does try to do a little too much on the next one and sprays the two-handed backhand wide.
And Genie did a good job there of what we were talking about earlier. She worked a little harder, got the left leg behind the ball, and was able to dip a passing shot down cross court.
You see Genie's record about 38%. And nice little routine overhead there for Frantova. Yeah, Genie came on the scene and jumped right into pro pickleball. That is not the ideal start. 0-9 quickly.
And I don't know if she knew how to keep score her first event, but to her credit,
Martina.
She has battled back. She is working hard with you, like we were saying in Dallas, and she's a formidable player now. And I think a lot of times it's tough for some of these girls, especially in singles. Frantova, she's probably a little nervous. You're playing Genie Bouchard, who's top 5 in the world in tennis, Wimbledon finalist. For the most part, Genie Bouchard is playing on center court every time. You're always a little more nervous when you're playing on center court. So that makes it difficult to play her at times.
Genie could challenge this, chooses not to. This is their first meeting. Wow, Frantova tried to drop it, but the reach, Genie Bouchard, one of the tall ladies on tour, just nice little roll there, Sam.
When you started working with Genie, what was the #1 thing that you had to make the adjustment in her game?
Where the ball was being struck. Literally. Oh. Swing and a miss over there. And yeah, just tennis sitting up higher, ball sitting down lower, just bending and getting the swing path is slightly different. The rhythm is the same, but we just got to find the path.
Right. And it looks better. It's in 6 short months. She's a different player.
100%. She's doing a lot of work with the Share Bear down in South Florida too, as well. We love having Ryan Sherry be part of this. And Genie Bouchard at a game point here. Just wide, and that'll do it. So Genie Bouchard takes game 1, 11-4. Even has her own tennis and pickleball retail store. So she's got to get going.
Side out.
Ball gets a little too low on Genie. I think that's another shot she needs to develop. Going to the one-hand slice, either pushing it back deep or working on that kind of little drop shot angle.
Side out.
A little deep for Frantova there. And then there's the whole bending that I talked about on that prior shot. Like, you got to get low, and especially as all the players have told us, these courts are fast, slick. Staying lower is going to be critical. Wow.
Getting low and working hard isn't easy, though. No one wants to do that.
It stinks. Who wants to bend?
As a tall guy, I just want to use my back and bend over. I don't want to work with the legs.
Yeah, when I'm 5'8", playing a big 6'6" guy like you, I want to see that big. I want that body getting lower. I'm already down here. Come visit my altitude here. Genie was a little careful with that, but didn't pay the price.
She'll get more and more comfortable on that backhand side of being able to create off balls that are dipped low
2-0
to her.
Yeah, some of the ladies that have the one-handed backhand roll volley. Oh, what a drop.
Side out.
smart from Frantova, though. Just block it.
And again with Bouchard, you'd probably like her to see her do more of an angle there, or a little chip up the line in front of her to keep the ball in front of her own body.
0-2.
Or just blast it right cross court.
Exactly.
Wow. Genie Bouchard on the move in a very nice protractor-worthy angle.
That looked very comfortable. See, that's a difficult shot.
That was not easy.
That looked good. Good return. And the
2-0.
the two-handed cross-court volley. We see a lot of the girls use the two-hander in pickleball at the net.
Side out.
Used the tennis shot there to get out of trouble, threw the ball up, get that big topspin bounce that you'd want out of tennis.
0-2.
See if Frantova can get a little something going here.
Side
Just
out.
can't, just has not been good with the thirds, and the scoreboard indicates it.
I would think someone like Genie would like these faster courts.
2-0.
I don't think she wants to get in the cat and mouse rallies with some of these players. I think she wants 2-3 ball rallies.
Good hustle, but that just prolongs the agony.
It sure does.
So this is where Frantova needs to just draw on the experience. She's played the sport for a while, all the way back to 2019, which for some of these players is an eternity, but has been more serious recently.
Point.
Nice short ankle
Does a
overhead.
good
That
job.
landed in the kitchen.
It sure did, and she almost took pace off it. Instead of swinging at 100%, she decided to go a 50% kind of hybrid overhead volley. Does a good job of putting away the touch angle.
1-2. Point. Two.
Wow, nice handle of the ball off the tape, and Frantova's got her first lead of the day here.
First bit of momentum we've seen her have since the start of this match.
3-2.
Wow.
Side out.
And the sorry wave. I mean,
No one means
Canadians are nice though. Usually, that's their whole thing.
True. That one's even more frustrating if you're Frantova. She hit a good deep serve off the line.
Yes.
Think you're going to get a short return.
Side out.
What a return from Frantova there. That was in the corner of the corner pocket.
3-2. Point.
And a rocket of a serve, and
Timeout, receiver,
Frantova
4-2.
is warming to the task, and Bouchard is the one calling timeout now. So it is Martina Frantova who is looking to force a third game. She's up 2 in game 2.
Also semi-final of the Australian Open and semi-final of the
4-2.
French Open that year as a 20-year-old. And got to number 5 in the world.
Point.
And I love the way you deemed a spot in a draw a verb. Semi-finaled.
Exactly.
Let's go. 5-2.
5-2.
Frantova continues her run.
Point.
Right shot, wrong execution, but love the two-handed backhand up the line there from Frantova.
Yeah, and she's really changed her game. In the first set, I think she was maybe a little nervous, a lot of errors. She's cleaned things up and got a nice 4-point
6-2.
cushion over Genie Bouchard.
Oh my, look at, used every bit of the reach. See, little 5'8", I watched that go by and clap my paddle.
Right, 5'10", you're there. She's,
Yeah.
I think that caught the last inch of her paddle, and she finds the open court. That's excellent court coverage from Bouchard.
Well, I mean, if the paddle's got your name and autograph on it, you should use every bit of it.
You should, exactly. She did that there.
Point.
Genie has definitely been better when she's been aggressive and coming forward in this match. And
it's similar to tennis. In tennis, when she was aggressive, that's when she was at her best. Pickleball, same thing. She's not a defensive player.
Wow, almost paying the price for a bad forehand volley, but the better side, her backhand, bails that out.
She's very comfortable on that side from the baseline up the net. She wants to hit as many two-handed backhands from the baseline and the net as she can.
That's just too good for Frantova. Winner of this one gets Catherine Parento in the next round, as Catherine is through 11-0, 11-2 against Amanda Hendry.
Point.
That's going to be difficult for whoever comes through here.
And now, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Catherine has not won a gold medal in singles this year, and the biggest threat is out of just singles. If you're just joining us, Anna Leigh Waters is a late scratch in the singles draw due to just a little nagging injury. Will play doubles.
Point.
I think it's got to be a little extra motivation for Parento.
Yeah.
Maybe not motivation, but
like
extra belief.
Yes.
Maybe that, hey,
this is my week.
My #1 threat to not winning a gold is out. Like, I've got to take advantage one of these weeks. I'm sure she wants that gold medal. She hasn't got one, like you said, in singles this year yet.
And Frantova just 2 points away from forcing a third game here. Great first volley from Genie, but Frantova does not sit back, comes forward, and is sitting on a game point of her own. So nice, very nice 180 from Martina Frantova.
That was a nice athletic move from her, getting the ball down, anticipating Genie hitting across and finishing it with the easy forehand.
Another stab with the left hand there. Frantova does not give up. So big Eastern Tennessee mountain to climb here for Genie. Oh, she guessed wrong, but did not pay the price.
Sometimes, though, as an opponent, you see your opponent guessing. She saw Genie take a step to the left, and all you're saying is just make it in the open court. It's easier said than done sometimes.
And then we guide it about 4 squares up on the net.
Exactly.
Timeout, receiver 6-10.
Frantova is not going to let this get out of hand, so 2 quick ones for Bouchard. Sam does not see this continuing, so those of you in Montreal, send your note to Sam. Just wide.
Game point.
And quickly gets the ball back out of the timeout, so Frantova looking to force game 3 right here with her second game point. Does not get it done.
Good pressure from Genie, and as a player who's 5'10", she's got to get to the net as often as possible. Visually, it's so difficult to hit a passing shot off someone that tall on the women's side.
Says the 6'6" guy who looks like there's 2 of them out there. Third game point here for Frantova.
10-6.
Oh, Genie guesses right and punishes the 2-handed backhand. Okay, so 3 have been saved. Genie's got to do something with the ball back here, though.
And that's a point there. I think Frantova's got to know Genie's more comfortable on that side. She's got to take that ball either right at Genie or make her play a forehand volley.
Oh my, look at the shape on that. That thing landed in the kitchen, Sam. Clean winner.
That was beautiful. Even if Frantova she slipped there a little bit, even if she hadn't slipped and got there, Bouchard was still going to be in an advantageous position.
My goodness.
Side out.
Genie had to look at a preferred side. So here we go. Game point 4, and the scoreboard pressure is going to happen if Frantova cannot get out the door right here.
Server. 10-7.
So I love this from Frantova. She uses her second time out here. Genie can find the 2-handed backhand if Frantova can find a pass. Here we go. Oh, what a stab, and that goes deep. Wow, what a handle off the tape from Bouchard.
That's a great handle, and her ball could have been going wide there.
Yeah.
I don't know if Frantova was thinking about that when she played it. Either way, excellent get from Genie there.
Yeah, nice sportsmanship, a little clap of the paddle. That's pretty down the line. So if you return cross court, you have got to get that down the line covered. Will 5 be the magic number here for Frantova? Not on a return that's that good.
And at a certain point here, it starts to creep into your head.
Yes.
How many opportunities can you let go by before you don't close out the game?
7-10. Point.
And now within 2, so the lead was 6. It is now 8-10.
8-10.
Bouchard serving well back. And 9-10. Frantova is out of timeouts, so Genie Bouchard can tie this up, and it'll take more than 11 if she does. Big deep breath there going through her routine.
9-10.
And Frantova pace of forehand deep and wide. And Bouchard has won the 6 in a row that it was required to get back into it, and is now 2 points from winning the match.
She's trying to prove me wrong.
Yes.
Prove me wrong after picking Frantova.
And she comes charging forward, and it is Genie Bouchard with a match point at 11-10.
And Genie's doing a great job right now of just hitting the approach shot to Frantova's backhand,
11-10.
forcing her to make a pass, which she's not doing at the moment.
Wow. What a volley off the shoe tops by Frantova.
And her momentum almost carried her into the kitchen there. She did a good job of controlling her body.
Because Onisha Smith would have been all over it. One of the best in the business. Oh, skitter off the tape from Frantova forces Bouchard to miss. So 11s on each side.
11-11.
Great aggressive play again from Genie.
We saw Genie handle that first volley similar to the Federico Stasker volley earlier. She was jammed a bit, did a good job of shifting her upper body, placing the ball at the open court, and then putting the next one away with an overhead.
11-11.
That's deep, and match point number 2 for Genie Bouchard.
12-11.
And a two-handed backhand down the line, and Genie Bouchard comes flying back from down 10-4, saves 5 game points. What a comeback win there. You're down 10-4 in game number 2 and save 5 game points against. How did you get it done?
Well, I was a little frustrated that I got down to that point. I decided to come up to the kitchen line more and play more aggressively, and that ended up working out for me.
Genie, it's Sam here. Good to see you again. Excellent comeback in the second set. You've got Catherine Parento next round here. Doesn't get any easier. What are you going to have to do to pull off the upset against her coming up in round 2?
Yeah, I played her once before and lost, so I know a little bit how she plays. I want to try play a little bit of tennis on the pickleball court. I feel like right now that's the best I can do while I improve the pickleball game, and so I'm going to be trying to hit my shots and play aggressively, and also hope she has a bad day.
Well, you mentioned playing the tennis. You played number 60 in the world in tennis last week. I think there's a lot of people that are looking at you and others that have come over that are switching back and forth, and you're still playing both at a very high level. What is helping your pickleball from tennis, and what do you have to remember to kind of, oh, wait, I can't do that out here on the 20 by 44?
Yeah, it's tough to go back and forth, but when I play tennis and then I come to the pickleball court, I find the court small, so athletically and movement-wise, I feel pretty good. I feel like I can cover the court, and so I try to use that athleticism to my advantage. And then the other stuff is I have to, remember the whole different skill at the kitchen line, and that's what's so hard for me with that transition from tennis to pickleball. But, I'm challenging my brain, and it's fun to play both, and I'm just so happy to be here.